I'm Sttowe here, and guess what time it is? It is It is time to go over my Q3 monthly pickups. We got July, August, and September to fill out our Q3. We got multiple raw cards. We got multiple raw cards featuring One Piece, Lorcana, Pokemon, and even UniVersus, as well as some graded cards. So let's take a look. 'Cause you are my medicine when you're close to me. When you're close to me. It is truly crazy how time flies by so damn fast. I mean, Q3, you know, we got one more quarter left, 3 more months until the end of the year. We're already coming up on Halloween. Next will be fucking Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. It's just gonna be wild. But I do have some pickups. It's a good chunk of stuff. You actually can't even see. I have some One Piece over here that's kind of hidden, so there is definitely a lot of cards to show off. So we're just gonna start right away with, of course, Pokemon. Now, our first couple of cards, we got 5 Trainer Gallery cards from the Sword and Shield era. These each were about $1, and that's how much they kind of go for. If anything, they actually kind of go for like 50 cents to $1. So really, they are pretty cheap and something that anybody can have in their collection. I think they're great because the art and illustrations on these cards are just so freaking gorgeous. So it is what it is. Whether or not this is really like a big investment, I mean, we'll see later down the line. The Sun and Moon illustration rares that are kind of like the cheaper ones like this really only range about $5. But hey, I mean, if you're buying these for 50 cents to $1 and these turn into $5, that's a pretty big chunk of change you're gonna get for selling those. Next up, we have even more Illustrator cards. These are the Illustrator Rare cards, not called Trainer Gallery cards because there are no trainers in these cards, but basically really, really gorgeous images. I have 6 of these cards. Some I accidentally bought that I actually do have already, but again, just gorgeous artworks, and it actually kind of has me fed up just on how some of these cost. I mean, the Magikarp still just fucking gets me aroused, gets me fucking gets me pissed off because that card still sits at $100. But these were just $1 each, so anytime I can get an Illustrator card for $1, doesn't matter. Same with the Trainer Gallery cards. I love them. I will buy them to add to my collection. Now, the next one is also an Illustrator card. We have the Revel Room EX Secret Illustration Rare from Obsidian Flames. Now, I did actually pull this card before, but it was going for $1. Someone was selling this for $1, so I bought it for $1. This card currently goes for $2.24, so incredibly cheap, but it's a weird thing. 2 gold stars, the highest rarity you can get out of Scarlet and Violet, but it comes from Obsidian Flames, which is a very small set, a widely printed set, easy to pull cards from set. So the value of really anything from Obsidian Flames is really just cheap and not that great. But if for some reason this were to go up in value, hell, for $2, you might as well just take a risk on it. We have typical 2 amazing rare cards. I just continue to buy this. I think I've bought in. I think I've bought amazing rare cards every video I've done of this monthly pickup. They're just so damn intriguing and gorgeous. And for $1, you can't beat that. So it's just, why the hell not? Oh, I know, I'm getting a little crazy. Last but not least, to finish out the cheaper end, the $1 end, we just have some very cheap cards, nothing too crazy. First with like the Lance Charizard V, you know, $1, nothing crazy. Darkrai EX, Glaceon, this is actually a promo, which is the only reason I actually bought it, but it's not really a holo or anything, so I don't even know. Then we have this Meryl, which is actually a Wizards of the Coast promo. I bought it for $1, goes for $1.90, so not really that great of a profit there, but it was just so fucking cute. It's a Wizard of the Coast promo, why not? Then we have the Bronzog from Mysterious Treasures. Paid $1. This card currently goes for $3.08. The hollowing is absolutely gorgeous, and it's an older card. Any type of older cards, when I look at, this is what I do. When I see hollow cards, I really don't give a shit, because you think, okay, hollow cards are like 10 cents, you get them in every pack. But when you look at the older cards, usually around this like 2007, 2008, that's Diamond and Pearl. Usually what I try to do is anything that's like 2014 and before, I'll definitely try to look and see if it's worth buying. And a lot of these cards, I mean, Diamond and Pearl was the era I grew up in. So this card, I remember pulling a card like this in packs. And to me, it's amazing how cheap they are, but they're still just so gorgeous. And then we have the Pro Pass G card. This one's actually a promo, Diamond and Pearl 43 promo, whatever the hell that's called. Paid $1 for this. Card only goes for $1.67, so nothing really too crazy there. But I love the fact, oh my god, I love the fact that they show these characters here. And, you know, the fact that they're making a set that's going to have more characters. I wouldn't be shocked if some of these cards end up going in value just because people now want to collect all of them. Then we have the Kabuskin Power Keepers. This is a reverse holo, which, you know, it always makes me kind of weird when it's like, this is a reverse holo, when usually this part should be a holo if it's reverse. But it does have the Power Keepers stamp there, which is pretty cool. It's a older card, and really, I honestly don't even know if this thing is fucking fake. Like, you really couldn't even tell. I'll put this card down. We all know what that is. I don't know. I really can't tell if this is fake. The only way I would, like, know, I guess, if I just rip it, but that's not going to happen. Basically, this card, I paid $1 for. A lightly played version goes for $4.35. A near mint copy, currently there's none listed, so I really don't have any idea what this card would go for near mint. But lastly, we have the Explorer's Guidance full art from Temporal Forces. Paid $1. This card only goes for $2.93, so basically worth $3. Not bad for just a $1 pickup. We got a lot of $3 cards, so prepare yourself. Starting with Miss Magius GL. I don't know what this hand's doing. This card is from Rising Rivals. Paid $3 for this. Currently goes for $5.74. And man, is this thing gorgeous. The artwork, the hollowing, the fucking character. Oh my god. Amazing card. Love that card. And that's really what it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of these old type of hollows. We got the Rampardos. I can't say that. GL card. This thing is also from Rising Rivals. Paid $3 for this. Goes for $3.98. So pretty much got it for its value. Then we have the Torterra card. This one from Stormfront. Paid $3 for. Goes for $4.92. So basically a $5 will get you this card. And man, it's a gorgeous Torterra card. Torterra is one of my favorite starter Pokemon. As like Turtwig, and then goes into Torterra. I honestly thought this was like a newer card because the art just seems very modern, but believe it or not, this card is from 2008, so it is pretty old. Then we have the Magmortar card showing off like a Darkness and Light, which is a very weird and interesting play on the card art. This one is from Mysterious Treasures. Paid $3 for it. Goes for $3.10. Really, really gorgeous. And again, these are just old hollows. That's really all it is. And honestly, these cards could easily go up in value. When I say these cards can go up in value, I mean, it's one of those things where, listen, these are old. I don't know how pullable they were. I mean, they were hollows, so going back Diamond and Pearl era, some of the cards you were looking to get were hollows, and then you're also the level X's and things like that. So I mean, definitely these hollows are nothing to overlook. And honestly, I mean, they could have a ceiling of $10, 10 or more. I mean, anything could happen. Next up, we have the Uxie. I don't even think I'm pronouncing that right, but this thing as like a fetus, a floating fetus in sparkly glitter. Who wouldn't love that? Also from Mysterious Treasures, paid $3 for this. Goes for $8.87. This is what I mean. This card is almost $10. Like, and it's just like a basic holo from 2007. which is basically the same fucking years as those. So cards like that could just shoot up in value very slowly. Shoot up and slowly don't really make sense together, but we have this gorgeous Manaphy card swimming in what I could imagine is like shitty green water. Just like a fucking turd in the back. She's in sewer water, I guess, because, you know, that's what Manaphy likes. I don't know. This one is from Diamond and Pearl Base. Paid $3 for this. Currently goes for $6.94. Has a lovely swirl right there. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. A little bit curvy, but that can be flattened out with like a binder or, you know, some books. My feet. We have another Manaphy card with this weird and interesting golden like outline. This was kind of the reason I bought this card. Really, really interesting looking. This card is from Unleashed. Paid $3 for it. Goes for $3.72. So not as expensive as its other counterpart, but continuing, we have Latias from Dragon Vault. Now, it does have the stamp. Originally, I just thought these were stamps, but actually, this is like a mini set, I believe, that have the Dragon Vault stamp on it. So that's really cool. Paid $3 for this. Goes for $4.32. A very basic holo, but, you know, the Dragon Vault stamp was kind of the reason I bought it. And going with the Dragon Vault stamp, again, we have the Haxorus card, another Dragon Vault. Paid $3 for this. Goes for $2.36, so a little bit cheaper, unfortunately. But again, it would be really cool to actually have all the Dragon Vault cards from the mini set. I mean, you can see there, right there, 16 out of 20, so it's like a little mini 20 card set. So not bad if you were to try to collect all of them. Then we have the Delcatty. Basically, this card is from Platinum. Paid $3 for this. Goes for $4.34. So again, you're just kind of seeing that these cards are, you know, decently valuable. Like, you would never think a regular holo would go for like $4 or $5. That's just like, you know, from a set. But they do, you know, and obviously these aren't modern, but you'll never find a modern fucking holo that you could just pull out of any booster box going for a shit ton of money. It's rare. But then we have the Roserade card from Secret Wonders. Paid $3 for this. Goes for $4.37. Roserade is a baddie. If we were playing a game of Smash or Pass, it would 100% be Smash. No question about that. Next up, we got the Regigigas Level X card. This one is actually really interesting because the value has gone up like overnight in a weird way. So this Regigigas is a promo card. Paid $3 for this. Unfortunately, it's a bit worn. You can see the whitening on the sides. You can see it's definitely off-center by a good chunk. But believe it or not, this card near mint goes for $19.30. A lightly played copy goes for $6.30. So $20 for this card if you have it in a near mint is just wild. I'm telling you, it's like at any moment, level X's are gonna be big. The camera's fucking shaking. People will be shaking when level X's shoot up in value. It'd just be wild. Then we have the Gardevoir EX switching it up, going modern, which nobody likes. This is from the shiny set of Paldean Fates. It's a full art. Paid $3 for it. Goes for $2.71. Nothing real crazy with this card, but the full art is really gorgeous. The alternate art of this card is really gorgeous, so I definitely got to get that. Some of the cards are cheap. Some of the cards still hold good value, so definitely it's not a bad time to start sniping, you know, filling out your master set of the Shiny Vault or whatever you got to do. Then we have this random-ass Giacomo busting a beat. Busting it down Diddy style. This card is from Paldea Evolved. Paid $3 for it. Goes for $3.51. It's really just a secret illustration rare. Nothing too crazy. But again, just secret illustration rares in general, I feel like are a good investment over time. They're the hardest cards to pull. And I just think later down the line, they're going to be more valuable. You know, not by like a crazy margin, but I definitely think they're worth buying for the long haul. Then we have Stormy Mountain, a gold card, which is so gorgeous. This is from Evolving Skies, paid $3 for it. Goes for $4.22, so still pretty cheap. I am actually on the road to try to get all of the shiny stadium cards, the gold stadium cards. They are just so damn gorgeous. And oh my god, the holo foiling and everything. The art is so damn nice. Definitely would just love to have a binder of all of these. Not stopping on the gold rush, we have Superior V-Star. Look at this thing. This thing will blind you. Like, look at that shine. It's really just my light reflecting. This card is from Silver Tempest. Paid $3 for it. It goes for $2.13. It is such a cheap card, but really, it is so damn gorgeous. And some of the gold cards hold some value, some don't. I mean, it's not bad. It's whether or not you really care, because this is just like a full art with gold. So, I mean, if you're just a gold addict, why not buy it? Continuing, this card wants to get out of its sleeve and run away. We have the Single Strike Urshifu V, punching its way out of the sleeve, I should have said. This card is a Trainer Gallery card from Brilliant Stars. I paid $3. Goes for $2.66. Pretty cheap. These are definitely one of the better, more harder to pull cards from the Trainer Galleries and Sword and Shield. You know, there was a time where a lot of these cards were actually going up in value, and then they just ended up dropping back down in value. So it is what it is, but that definitely shows you that there was a want and a desire for these cards. History does repeat itself, so not saying that they will shoot up by a big margin, but definitely there will be a want for these cards later down the line. And of course, this big hunk of fucking metal, we have the Arceus V metal card. This one is from the Arceus UPC that was exclusive to GameStop, I believe. I paid $3 for this. It goes for $3.58. This is actually a pretty interesting card. Again, it's metal, really, really cool. I don't even know if they could fake this. Possibly, I guess you could fake this. It'd be kind of interesting to see what a fake of a metal card would look like. But nevertheless, the Arceus UPC is actually going up in value. It's a pretty, like, interesting UPC because it was pretty expensive and really didn't have many good packs for the value. I mean, I don't even think there's really that many Evolving Skies packs in this when it came out. But the main thing was the fact that there was metal cards. And really, I think a lot of people skipped the UPC just to get the metal cards, like buy them as singles. And that was basically it. So, you know, there's definitely probably going to be a lot of these on the market that are pretty cheap, but I would think over time, metal cards, you know, as the UPC goes up in value, its exclusive singles like this and the Arceus V-Star metal will probably go up in value by a little bit, I would think, but I definitely wouldn't sleep on this, especially the UPC. Then we have a gorgeous, gorgeous Jolteon from Pop Series 3, paid $5 for this card. Goes for $8.40. I will honestly buy these until the day I die. Like, if I just find these, if some kid walks into the room when I'm on my deathbed with this fucking card, I will slip him a $5 to buy this. I'll slip him a fucking 10. I'll put his ass in my will just to have one of these cards because they're so freaking gorgeous. Now, they're not really all that rare. They're kind of rare, kind of not. They were in 3-pack blisters, which was kind of weird to see. But, you know, they're just really, really cool. Pretty old. And honestly, I don't fucking care. I like it. To finish it out, we have the Greninja EX Crystallized Full Art. It's not the alt art, unfortunately. This card is from Twilight Mask, one of the more recent sets. Paid $5 for it. Goes for $4.17. Honestly, I just saw it and was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I'll buy it. Whether or not it's worth $4.17, I can imagine this card dropping to $1, $2. So, you know, whether or not you should buy it, probably not. Now we are beginning to move up in value. Just a little. Just a little. Starting off with this gorgeous Leafeon card. It's a Leafeon holo from 2008. Majestic Dawn. Paid $6 for it, as you can see. And this card currently goes for $4.69. So I got ripped the fuck off. But it's Leafeon. This card is so pretty. Don't look at the shine. I'm gonna fucking blow. Then we have the Glaceon. This one's actually really cool. This is a promo, a black and white promo at that. Paid $10 for this card. As you can see, goes for $18.84. So pretty crazy that these cards are actually worth a lot of money, and they do have like a special version for each of the evolutions. Glaceon is my favorite, but buying this means I have to collect all of them, unfortunately. So we got at least another one. We have the Jolteon. This one obviously paid $13, goes for $19.90, about $20. And I think that's kind of how much they all go for. They all range around $20-25 in near mint. So definitely a really cool card. And when you have all these together, you know, it's like a weird type of image. Like, I don't know how to describe this background art style, but it's really cool. So definitely something like that, because it's like a collecting thing, you got to collect all of them. I definitely can see going up a little bit in value, and definitely holding value for sure, because it's such a cool like design attribute to these type of cards. Definitely really cool. Then we have the Dark Celebi. This card is pretty interesting. This is from Hidden Legends, which is unfortunately a decently modern set. I would have thought that this card would have been like a really old card, but no. Paid $15 for it. As you can see, this card only goes for $14.72, so basically the same price as I bought it. I was shocked. When I saw this for 15 bucks, I was like, oh my god, I'm about to like rip this store off so hard. And no, I was the one that got ripped off. I was the one that got fooled, because I thought that was an old card, but it was just like a remake, I guess. Pokemon Center Lady. Oh my goodness. This was one of the few Sword and Shield full art trainers that I've been missing, that I just needed. It's been avoiding me like a lot. It's from Vivid Voltage. Paid $10 for it. Goes for $11.07. So pretty cheap, and it's a pretty gorgeous card. Next up, we have a lot of cards. 7 cards to be exact. And I bought them as a lot. So, you know, this couldn't be a good video without me buying a lot of cards. So, first one being Sophocles, big fat kid playing with his little toy, I guess. I don't know. Burning Shadows. This card currently goes for $4.93. Not going to tell you what I paid there just yet. Then, we have the Ingo and Emmett card. The tag team brothers, I think. I really don't know what the relationship is, but they're pretty cool. Currently goes for $24.70. So that's pretty interesting, from Team Up. Then we got some rainbows. Don't think you were expecting that, now were you? We got the Marnie rainbow. Really cool. Now the Marnie alone, just like the regular full art, I think goes around like 40 to 60 bucks, so it's pretty expensive. This card, on the other hand, goes only for $12.53 from Sword and Shield base set. To join the Marnie, we also have the Zinnia's Resolve from Evolving Skies, going for $4.30. We have the B rainbow card from Vivid Voltage, going for $6.15. Then the Nessa rainbow card, going for $7.15 from Vivid Voltage as well. And then to finish out, another Vivid Voltage card, Leon, going for $4.82. So some decently good rainbow cards here. And honestly, the only reason I kind of bought these was the seller was actually selling them for pretty cheap. And part of me was thinking, like, you know, if they don't do rainbow cards anymore, this could honestly be a niche little thing that could possibly go up in value, just for the fact that it's like a little niche. And it's also kind of interesting because each of these have their unique hollow foiling. Like you can see like the fucking chains in that one. What does Zinnia have? Nothing. What does Marnie have? She got like these hexagon, polygons, stars. I don't really know if, I forget if the regular full arts have these kind of hollow patterns, but if not, you know, these make those patterns alone make this pretty unique on top of the rainbow. I honestly, like, I know that it's not that desirable, but it's still pretty cool to have, and it's just like an interesting one-off alternate art version in a sense. So I just thought it was pretty cool. So on top of that, with these two cards, you have the $7 lot, as I can't get Sophocles. In total, for these, I paid $55. The lot value currently goes for $64.58. So I actually saved $9.58 buying this as a lot. Nothing too crazy there. But I tell you, when I bought that, which was like, I swear to God, back in like July, so like 2 months ago, or a month ago, maybe back in August, these were a lot more expensive. So I actually got them for a lot less. But, you know, time of fucking recording. Now, I know what you're saying. Fuck Pokemon, get into the other cards. We will. We're going to actually finish out Pokemon with 4 more cards. The first one being Eevee on the ball. Go football, British people, bad teeth, blah, blah, blah. At least our schools don't get shut up. Type shit. Eevee on the ball. No hate though. I actually really want to go to Britain so bad. Actually, I want to get me a British baddie, that or maybe like a Scottish baddie so badly. Football promo, paid $35 for this. I don't know why. I really don't know why. You can see right there, $35. Was it worth it? I don't know. It's Eevee on the fucking ball. This card currently goes for $31.10. And it is sealed in its original wrapping, so I imagine that like gives it a couple more dollars worth of value. So I basically paid market value for this. I was actually kind of surprised. When I buy cards, I kind of just throw them in a pile and I don't look at them until I'm ready to do this video. And then like I'll write down a list, see how much see how much these cards are. And when I saw this, and when I saw I paid $35 fucking dollars for this card, I was like, why did I do that? In what reality would I ever buy this card for $35? This is like a $5 card. It's actually free. This shit was given out free to fucking children, I believe. I paid $35 for this. So apparently this card actually is worth $31.10. So I'm actually not mad at it. It's a special promo, a limited promo, which makes it pretty cool. It's part of a collection of 5 other cards, including Pikachu on the ball. So, you know, it's just something that I think, you know, it definitely will hold value, holds some pretty good value for a fucking non-holo card. Pretty ridiculous there. But continuing, we actually have 3 graded Pokemon cards. Did not pay $40 for these, thankfully. I actually talked the guy down, believe it or not. Bought this as a lot. So, the first one we have is the Zapdos from Pokemon 2000 Black Start promo Aoki Error card. Now, my question is, what the fuck is the error? I don't know. Is it like the illustrator Aoki? I don't know, maybe they spelt his name wrong. I'm not too sure, but it's an error card. It's a PSA 10, really, really cool. Currently goes on eBay for $44.99. And same with its sister, the fucking Articuno. Gem Mint 10, same thing. Error, PSA 10, promo, whatever, along with Moltres, the third and final one, PSA 10, fucking promo error. I don't know. They're all errors, they're all promos, they're all big fat fucking birds with magical powers. I love these cards. These are so cool, so old, and honestly, I think the guy actually fucked me over because he told me that these were like in quintessential order, and they're not. I just took his word for it, I think, and I was like a fucking dumbass. I think when he said they're in quintessential order, I think I looked at this, 21, 22, and 23. I was like, yeah, that's quintessential order. Definitely not what's down here. So they're not in order whatsoever. But I did talk them down. I did not pay $40 for all these. All these cards go for $44.99 on eBay. and I got them all for $105. I basically paid $30 for each of these. So in value, I mean, you know, $135 in total. I saved $30, so really wasn't that bad, and they're really, really cool. Love to just like display next to each other. And I still wonder what the hell the error is. So if you actually know what the error is of this card, please tell me. I imagine it's probably just they misspelt the fucking illustrator wrong. Big error. It is time to go over something that is not Pokemon. Finally, I know. We got Weiss Schwarz, baby. Weiss Schwarz Attack on Titan. Now, there really is nothing too crazy about these. These were kind of just 9 random cards I got for like around 10 cents each. The really only value cards were these, which I'll get to. But the only reason I bought these were for signing. Honestly, if I ever went to a convention and Erwin's voice actor was there, I'd love to have these signed with like some quote, you know, same with these. I don't know what the fuck this was, but I was like, oh, that's cool. And then these 2 cards were pretty gorgeous. So I was just like, I'll buy these. They're really, really cheap. And, you know, just to have like a signature. But the main 2 were these that were surprisingly pretty expensive. I actually paid $13 each for these, and that's how much they go for. Really, really cool. Just Eren Yeager looking into the fire. Just everything burning alive. These are actually promo cards, not sure from what, but they are promos, so pretty cool. Jumping into UniVersus, you know what I had to do. I had to complete my Cowboy Bebop deck. My Challenger Series deck, I guess is what it's called. Basically, they gave you an alt art pack, and they had like alt arts of all the different cards that you could pull in these packs. Now, these cards are all the different alt art variations that I did not pull, besides the fucking $500 cards, because who can afford that? But this will actually finish out that whole set, and they are somewhat expensive. We first have the Jaw Jammer. This card I got for $5.94. The next one we have is Welcome to Spaceland. This card was $3. The Syndicate Target was $10. Then the Fallen Angels Revenge was $1.25. Some are cheap, some are expensive, like I'm saying. Falling Heel Strike, just bro sniffing his fucking balls. $4.05. Then we have the High Roundhouse Kick. This one was $1.99. Leaving the Bebop, which is just, I don't even know. You kind of don't even see her. $3.99. Sing For Me, which is just like a silhouette, $2. Skeptical, you kind of see some boobage, $3.99. And then Split Second Standoff, this card was $5.99. So in total, for all of these cards, I paid $42.20. Not bad to just finish out my set, besides the 2 $500 cards. Now, the last and final UniVersus card is a interesting one. It is the Attack Titan's Destructive Power. This is actually a promo for the Attack on Titan UniVersus set. It's actually a really interesting one. So this promo, I believe, you only got by pre-ordering the booster boxes. And honestly, when it comes to pre-ordering the booster boxes, I think that was kind of like an LGS thing. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe the main site for UniVersus allows you to pre-order, but, you know, UniVersus, again, is not that popular. So, honestly, these promos are kind of rare to an extent and pretty expensive. You know, they're not like $1 or anything. So, this promo right here, I paid $39.99. So, about $40. And it is gorgeous. A black and white drawing of Eren Yeager's Titan just about to beat the shit out of somebody. Basically, Diddy at one of his parties. Gonna beat the shit out of some fucking, I don't know. Really, really gorgeous card. Now, at the time of me buying this, there were actually no listings on eBay for this card whatsoever. I actually thought this card was probably rarer than I would have thought. But turns out, when I was getting the price down for how much this card kind of goes for, I actually found 2 listings on eBay. Granted, there were none on TCG Player, but these 2 listings went for around $35, and let me tell you, they probably had like 5 to 10 of them in the one, and I think like maybe 2 or 3 in the other. So you definitely can still pick this up. Again, they go for around $35. Whether or not this is going to be like a good steal, it really could be if UniVersus gets more popular, especially because I think they're going in the right direction. This could be a promo card that's worth a lot of money down the line, but it really depends on how much they made of this card, which I'm not too sure. So now we are jumping into Lorcana, something I've actually been avoiding for a little bit. Honestly, it's just really not doing it for me. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to do the latest set, the Shining whatever. I just don't know if I have a need anymore. Like, I enjoy it, but the rarities are so shit. You know, it's either you just get the regular cards with holos or you get enchanted. There's no in between, and it's really just lackluster for me. So I don't really know if I'm going to be continuing that, but part of me still wants to because of my love for Disney. Our first card is the Rapunzel, Gifted with Healing full art. Now, this is a tournament promo that you could only have gotten if you were in the tournament. I paid $125 for this card. Currently goes for $115. So it's hit or miss there. I remember when this card came out, this was going for around 200 to 300, I believe, and then has been falling down ever since. Honestly, this card could probably get to $100, but I would probably cap it there. I can't see this falling under that, unless you just have some guy trying to get rid of his fucking cards. This is actually the non-holo version. The holo versions go for thousands of dollars, so unfortunately cannot afford that. But to complement it, we have the Cinderella Stout-Hearted card. Another tournament promo, full art. Unfortunately, not a holo, because that'd be $1,000 or so. Paid $100 for this one, a little bit cheaper, and currently goes for $117.20. So, a really, really gorgeous full art of Cinderella as a knight. How badass can this be? I really wish I had the holo versions, but, you know, it's a lot of money. And I know there were 2 other cards. There were like the dragon, which was kind of cool, and then I think it was Elsa with like her snow thing, but it was really small, and I was like, I don't know if I want that. But these 2 were the big main ones that I really wanted, and I'm really glad to have gotten these. You know, honestly, for $125, I didn't think it was a bad deal. For $100, I think that's a really good deal. So if you find it around there, definitely jump on them, in my opinion. And last but not least, we have One Piece, the weirdest kind of TCG, I guess. So, first off, I just got 5 random ass cards at this one store. I can't seem to find a lot of One Piece at local LGSs. At least mine don't carry them, unfortunately. But I just picked up some of these. These were really cool. I got Shanks, you know, just basic kind of card. Your Turn, which is pretty cool. Suzuki, I mean, this is probably like a 10-cent card. Trafalgar Law and Crocodile. Just really cheap cards. I think they were like 10 cents each. This one was probably, I think, like $1 or so, and this one was like $1, so they weren't that expensive, but just grabbed some of those. And then we get to the part where I got rammed up the ass because I didn't know how much One Piece singles go for. So yeah, let's take a look at these. So the first one is Enel. Looking down at me like he just got done plowing me, because that's what happened. I paid $5 for this card. This card goes for 57 cents, not even $1. So I don't know. I got into that One Piece craze of not being able to find One Piece. So instead of being a smart person and buying it on TCG Player, I was like, I saw it at a store and I was like, I gotta buy this. Enel, $5, biggest fucking ripoff. I'm ending it all. Then we have this Golden Shanks. Dude looks so fucking fly. Paid $10 for this card. This card goes for $3.98. Another just ripoff. I mean, I was looking at this, I'm like, gold border, gold. I mean, this card can't be like cheap. What the fuck do I know? $10. I swear to God, this store fucking manhandled me. We got Miss Wednesday showing off the big gazongas. Paid $3 for this. Card only goes for 99 cents out of the Memorial Collection. You know, again, just got fucking hammered. Wasn't that great. Oh, we got Miss Wednesday fucking showering her body all over the place. It's like an alternate art. This one is from the Memorial Collection as well. This card goes for $7. I paid 20. I paid 20. And I am regretting that a lot. I mean, she's a baddie, but man, I'm an idiot. I should just don't even talk to me. I mean, $7. Bought this for 20. I don't know. Then we got Kairos. Haven't gotten to this arc yet. Almost there. But I thought this was really cool. It's an alternate art. I love these leader cards that show, like, people in the background. I have no idea who these girls are. I'm thinking it's, like, his daughters. But really, really cool. I thought this was going to be an expensive-ass card. This card goes for $13.32. I paid 20 bucks. So this one actually is not that bad. I mean, $7 down the drain. But it's a really, really dope card. I absolutely love this. And it's cool because I have the Rebecca with her father in the back. So that one's pretty cool. So 20 bucks. That hurts. And then finally, to finish out the singles, do you notice anything? Because I sure as hell didn't. This is in Japanese. And I didn't even know that. When I saw this card, I was like, oh my god. I never saw this card before. So when I saw this, I was looking right at Portia. And I'm like, oh my god, she is so fucking hot, letting it all out right there. And Foxy, I mean, look at Foxy. I mean, he fucking looks like his Johnson just hanging out. But he is so cool. And I was like, oh my god, this is kind of like a leader card. So dope. I mean, it is a leader card. But I was just so amazed by the artwork. And especially Portia, that I didn't even realize this was in Japanese. And I paid $15 for it. This card goes for $9. It's from the 500 Eaters in the Future set. And yeah, so I got to get this in English now. So I basically bought this for nothing. And I guess maybe I could be like, okay, now I can compare what Japanese and English look like. But this card this means nothing to me now because it's fucking in Japanese. Well, I did not make out in the singles, but I will tell you this, I definitely made out in the graded. So, our first graded card is a basic Perona card, a really cheap card. I just got it because I'm collecting all of the Perona cards. So, I got this in a PSA 10 from Wings of the Captain. This card I got for $13.50. The cheapest listings on eBay for a PSA 10 of this card go for $30. So really, really lucky to have gotten this. I think I got this in like a bid. So really, really dope. And that's honestly, I think that's the way to go when you're buying these One Piece graded cards, is just do bids. Buy nows are just kind of expensive, but it is what it is. The next one we got is the Perona full art. I guess this is kind of like her face alternate art card. Like, you know how like characters will have like their face alt art? I think this is the one for Perona. So freaking gorgeous with her fucking tongue hanging out. Oh, I love Perona so much. PSA 10. This card I got for $75. The cheapest listings on eBay for a PSA 10 go for around $100 and up. So basically save $25 there. Really, really pretty. There's still like 3 more Perona cards I need. I need her main alt art. I need the tournament alt art that they have. And then this one that's like a girls special edition. It's like a binder set. And it comes with all different girls of One Piece. And they have an exclusive alt art of Perona in that one. I don't think it's in English yet. But I need those 3 cards so damn bad. And then finally, to finish out the One Piece, this video, and we'll end it on September, I guess, is Rossanti Championship One Piece card. This is a championship promo. I believe this is from like just stores, just random stores that are having the One Piece tournaments. I guess they received this card somehow. And this art is so phenomenal. It is such like a basic kind of like bordering card that you wouldn't think much of it, but this art goes so damn hard, man. And with the stamp, I was like, oh my god, I have to get this in a PSA 10. So I got this for $40. And currently, right now, the cheapest you can get in a PSA 10 goes for $90. For the longest time, this card was actually going for around $180, $150 when it first came out, and one of the first listings of this in a PSA 10. And then they slowly have started dropping down in price. So I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to drop, but who knows? I don't know really how many of these there are. I imagine probably a good amount, but right now, the cheapest one goes for $90, so basically more than half that I was able to get this. So really, really dope. Another card to add to my Rossanti collection. And that is basically it. I'm folding. Basically got a lot of junk, got fucked in the ass, and then walked out with some pretty good bangers. That's usually how you end it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope this was enjoyable to some degree. As always, blah, blah, blah. Basic ass intro. It's been really interesting because this big fucking rig to the left of me is taking up a lot of room, and it's actually changed my life quite a bit. I've been doing a lot of gaming, PC gaming, which I've never done before. I am like a grandpa, constantly asking my friends, like, what buttons do I hit? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I've actually recently started a gaming channel called Sttowe. Has one video. We'll have two videos. We'll have a second video, I guess I should say, this weekend. But really, really fun. It just, I don't know how to really go about doing a gaming channel, and it was like kind of much to do this TCG channel and the gaming channel. And I can't even follow like a good schedule for this. So God forbid, I don't even know how that's gonna go. On top of that, work's been fucking busy, and they're, oh my goodness, they fired some guy that's in my department, so now it's just me and my boss, and now a lot more of the workload has been put on me, so now I'm even like more busy, and I still haven't gotten no fucking raise. It's just a lot's going on, and I apologize for not being able to put out content consistently and weekly. I really got to step it up, and I don't know. I come home, I'm so fucking tired. It took me a lot to fucking just get out and make this video right here for some reason, because it's just so exhausting. And I get like these bad migraines that like fuck up my day. But, oh my goodness. So yeah, got the gaming channel. We're still going to try to be as consistent as possible with this TCG channel. And I got Buffalo Wild Wings waiting for me, so I better go suck my fingers.